Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, madam. My name is Areesha, and me and my team will present about McDonald's for our assignment. So, for introduction, why we chose McDonald's is because, first of all, the overview. McDonald's is one of the largest food retailers in the world, fast food retailers in the world. So they have roughly around 69 million customers with 36,000 restaurants and franchises across 100 countries. However, in Malaysia, there's 13.5 million customers per month, and then with 260 restaurants, they have 12,000 employees. So seeing how many restaurants and how many employees they have, their organizational behavior is very important to keep the company going. So next is the map. This map shows that how many franchises there are of McDonald's in the world. So you can see in Malaysia, it's yellow. So yellow means that there's 100 and something franchises. So as you can see in the globe, there are many franchises of McDonald's. So globally, they are known, and globally they have to maintain their organizational behavior. So this is the mission and vision of McDonald's in Malaysia. So they describe three main points. The first one is brand mission. So the brand mission is that to be our customers' favorite place and way to eat. Second is brand promise. To provide simple, easy enjoyment to every customer at every visit. And then their values is that according to the mission, they want to achieve the mission, which is to be our customers' favorite place and way to eat by inspiring people who delight each customer with unmatched quality, service, cleanliness, and value every time. So, the McDonald's objective is that, McDonald's objectives is that there's three according to McDonald's Thailand. So they want to give good food, good people, and be good neighbors. So the good food is that maintaining their products, the quality, etc. And then good people is the way they treat their customers, the way they are with their employees. And then good neighbor means that they want to be aware and want to contribute to their community, such as CSR, etc. So this is Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc is one of the founders of McDonald's system franchising. So he says that in business, it's for yourself, but not by yourself. So according to history, Ray Kroc was the one that made McDonald's the way they are today. Okay, so this is McDonald's philosophy. The first one, this is the philosophy is based off Ray Kroc. So he says that there's three main points, three-legged philosophy that he described. The first one is our franchises, that McDonald's have to maintain the well-being of their franchises across the world, because there are many franchises of McDonald's in the globe, right? So our suppliers, maintaining a good relationship with the suppliers, as well as maintaining good relationship with their employees. So the first seeing that McDonald's is a very well-established company, there are many issues that we have found out. So the first one is highly contributed to the organizational behavior, which is stress. That I shall pass it to Firdaus to further describe the issue.
So, hi, I'm Firdaus, and I will tell you about first issue, which is stress. Okay, there is some definition of stress, which is the first one is stress is an adaptive response to situation perceived as challenging or threatening to well-being. The second one is stress prepares us to adapt to hostile or noxious environmental conditions. McShane and Van Glino, 2015. And the last one, which is World Health organizational. Work-related stress is the response people work-related stress is the response people may have when presented with work demands and pressure that are not matched to their knowledge and abilities, and which challenge their ability to cope. So, okay, here is one of the staff that we had interviewed, which as well can see, one of the stress workplace is at food and beverage as they need high customer relationship management. Although McDonald's one of the leading fast food chains in Malaysia, however, there are many unsatisfied employees who experience workplace stress when working at McDonald's. It has been stated by the staff that we interviewed. He said that stress level can be high when your shift is always understaffed. When you only have 4 people on the shift, when normally you should have 2 to 3 other people helping you in the workstation. So that we know the environmental condition that place a physical or emotional demand on the person can cause of stress. So there where the stress can appear if they cannot handle the situation, especially in peak hours like lunch hour and dinner hour. It is because when it comes peak hour, the number of customers will get increased than others hour. It will affect the staff because they need to work under pressure that can increase their stress level. This is not good for their staff health, especially their mentality health, as they need to go through the high level of stress every day. It is not that easy to deal with the customer with their temperament. Yeah, this is the what we call the employees complaint. So yeah, that's all from me. I will pass the next issue to the Aulia Hidayat. Mana nak tekan ni? Stop here Stop share. Oh ni.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Okay. Next is the second issue, which is motivation. So basically, motivation in general means the desire, needs, or wants within the individuals. It is the process of stimulating people to actions to accomplish the goals. According to Rousset and Garrison 2004 in the article, motivation are defined the attribute that moves us to do or not to do something. Motivation are divided into 3 key elements, which is intensity, directions, and persistence. Intensity means bulk of effort allocated. It is referred to the amount of effort a person exerts or how hard they try to do something. The directions is focused by goals. Direction refers to what individual choose to do when he is confronted with a number of possible choice. And the last one is persistence, is the amount of time taken for the effort to be exerted. So motivation can be negative or can be negative or both. Example of negative motivation are poor employee relationship, low wage rate, and low rewards. On the other hand, positive motivations can be recognition through sales growth and condition bonus. Okay, the next issue I will pass to Farah Atika.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I will explain more about issue of power. Power is the ability to influence other people. It refers to the capacity to affect the behavior of the subordinates with the control of resources. So Lunenburg 2012, power is the ability to influence others. Getting things done requires power, mentioned by Preferred 2011. So power based on the empowerment and attitude of the manager. There are 5 types of power. First, legitimate power, referent power, reward power, expert power, and the last one is coercive power. So in this issue, we focus more on abuse of power. There are many complaints from workers who work there. The most familiar abuse of powers come from the bully manager at McD. So this manager used powers and authority to dominate staffs to get the job done. So this is an example of one of the ex-workers. The fallout of this abuse of power is higher cost, lower performance, and increased absenteeism, sick time, and disability costs. So I will pass to Ari for recommendation.
Okay, for recommendations, so we have 3 issues that my friends have highlighted. So the first one was stress. For recommendations of stress, we recommend for effective recruitment. So what this means is that when we recruit someone, we need to know what kind of specifications that they have, what kind of qualities they have. Means that they need to be aware of the workload that they are receiving. And next is CRM training. CRM means customer relationship training. Once, for effective recruitment, this is for the managers to establish. So you know that the task requires 3% for the job. So therefore, you need to recruit 3%, 3 employees, not to just only to do the job, but to do it effectively. So you need to hire someone that is qualified and know how to do the job correctly. So for CRM training, once you have required them, if they do not have the proper training, they will suffer the workload based off the customers, because like Firdaus mentioned, the type of customers varies from place to place, and customers are very different from one another. They have different backgrounds, they have different needs. So these employees need to know how to adapt to those situations. So the second issue is that motivation. Seeing that Hidayat has mentioned about positive and negative motivation. However, this recommendation is only for the negative side. In the issues mentioned, Hidayat mentioned that they have bonuses, etc. However, for the recommendation is that we want to recommend wage increment, means that the salary is increasing according to their efforts and according to their performance. For power, So there's two recommendations. The first one is new leadership anonymous program, which means that every month or so, this is only suggested time period, in a month or so, all the managers and top management sit down and have a meeting whereby they read through the anonymous submission made by the employees. So the employees, if they have any problems or they have any issues with their managers, they have to submit an anonymous complaint. Therefore, when the managers sit down for the meeting, the managers will read through the submissions and realize what they did wrong. And this is amongst all the managers. So all managers know all the managers' performance and behaviors so that there won't be any abuse of power. The second one is mentor-mentee program, which means that there's no abuse of power, because when involving a mentor-mentee program, the mentor is learning from the mentee and the mentee is learning from the mentor. It means that no one is superior from anyone. It's just that a new learning experience that both parties can share. And that is all from us. We hope that the information is sufficient. And since there is no Q&A, I bid you farewell and thank you.